On today on What's Your Barber Saying, we'll be discussing whether it's right if football players should walk off the pitch or not when they are being racially abused. Stay tuned.
I don't know, it's really, really difficult to talk about it. I'm really getting, oh man.
He suffered racist abuse throughout that game. At the end of the first half, he actually identified who was doing it. He went over, he saw a father and child next to this person who was giving all out this racist abuse, took his shirt off, gave it to the child because he wanted to set an example for that child. At the end of the second half, he went up to the referee and said, this is ongoing, how come you haven't stopped the game, or at least got someone to come over the tannoy and say there'll be sanctions unless you stop doing this. The referee booked him because he was protesting vociferously, at which point Muntari left the field of play. He walked out, he walked off, he abandoned his team, left them down to 10 men with minutes to go in stoppage time. And Zdeněk Zeman, the coach of Pescara, afterwards coming out and saying, you know, we talk a lot about fighting racism in this country and nothing happens.
You can't walk off the pitch because of your personal views with the crowd and let the team know. You understand? Deal with that issue afterwards in an interview, with however you need to deal with it to raise it and deal with it. But to get upset and lose your discipline as a baller and lose the reason why you're on that pitch to represent the team, no. You're losing focus. Yeah, that's what the crowd are doing is one thing, but you're letting the crowd win because the reason they're doing it is to put your game to get to you. You understand? And for you to walk off the pitch, never cheat their end, they'll give you a round of applause. You don't do that. You say, do you know what? You be like the bigger man then. When you see the bigger man them handle it, Albers and them man that is banana cracked on. All the bigger players don't do that. You understand? Because they know, stay there. I'll address this after, but right now, me and the team, we're going to do you first, and then we'll deal with the thing after. You understand? Because you're letting the side down there. It's just like you having an argument in here, and then you walk out of the shop. Because someone's upset you in here, you walk out of the shop. What about the customer?
The biggest thing that we faced, and we're facing it now in continental Europe, is denial. People saying, it's only a few individuals, don't worry about them. What problem? I don't see a problem. It's not to do with race, it's to do with the culture, it's to do with a footballing form of abuse.
He took off his top, handed it to the racist boys, to the racist man's son, and then walked off the pitch. Got to get it right. Okay.
There's frustration. You can't see that's frustration.
That's why they dropped everything, because they know they can't see it's frustration. It's the outcry. It's the outcry of everybody else. That's why they dropped everything. It's the outcry.
It could be wrong in this country, but it's not wrong over there because they passed a law that allows players to walk off. Because the player spoke to Muntari, for instance, he spoke to the referee. And the referee had the right to stop the match.
Yeah, but he didn't.
But he didn't. So
instead, he was shown a yellow card.
Yeah, he was even shown a yellow card. And now, players are even trying to protest that if they don't do, they'll like abandon all matches. So how can it be right?
9 o'clock.
So you don't think it's right for him to walk off?
No, what I mean is, it's right, but it can't be right for him to have a ban. You get what I mean? Over there in Italy, it is right. Because I thought that, at first I thought, oh, it wasn't right, but then I read about it in the newspaper that a law has been passed there that if the player feels too abused, he can walk off the pitch, and he did.
They gave him a yellow card, but they overturned it.
When was it overturned?
I feel like 2 days ago, yesterday.
Was it the ban on?
Ah, okay. Because I only saw the paper yesterday. This incident happened when? Was it?
This
When did it
last
happen?
week.
Last
Like 3 days ago. So you think athletes they should walk off the pitch? You think it's right for them to walk off?
Yes. Because if they don't want to, animals don't play football. It's humans who play football. So if they try to treat you like an animal, and listen, you have to play with confidence.
This is the thing, yeah. You see, football, yeah, it's a weird thing. It's outside of the big teams, yeah. If you're a big baller, you'll go most of your playing life without really experiencing it in your day-to-day life. You see what I'm saying? So when they go to work, it's left at work. If you see what I'm saying, it's a work-related incident. Yeah. Now when you're getting 90 grand a week, you can kind of brush off a work-related incident. Right? My spun around and called me a nigger, but my bank balance says that I'm a rich. Yeah. So I'll take that. I'm rich, bitch! And a lot of them, they're quite happy to just take the money, not rock the boat like Ray says. Yeah? Put on t-shirt that says, yes, we support you, Luis Suarez, even though you're running around calling black man Negrito. But that's what we call you in our country, Negrito. Yeah, but you don't do that around here.
They've made a statement as well, the Liverpool players, incidentally. Luis Suarez is our teammate and our friend, and it's a group of players. We are shocked and angered that he's been found guilty by the FA. We totally support Luis, and we want the world to know that. We know he is not a racist.
Okay? You call me a Negrito, I might just thump you in your lip. Yeah? That's how I play it. Because I'll just see it as you're saying something that maybe I will not necessarily agree with. But these, you have to understand, footballers are isolated. They're isolated, they're taken out of it. You know, that's not their life out there. Them dusty streets where they're walking up, like, breathing in pollution and all them things there. That's not their life. Cristiano Ronaldo bought his agent an island. That's how they're living, fam. They buy islands.
After hearing this news, there may be a rash of people who ask Cristiano Ronaldo to be best man in their wedding. The Real Madrid star and reigning World Player of the Year reportedly gave his agent Jorge Mendes a Greek island as a wedding present. If you, like Ronaldo, fancy buying a Greek island, you can visit a website called Private Islands Online to buy an island in Greece, with the cheapest available for around $3.5 million. Reports say that Ronaldo paid anywhere between 3 million and 50 million euros to purchase the land. Greece currently is selling off many of its islands in a bid to ease the country's financial situation. According to Spain's ABC News website, so-called super agent Mendes is one of Portugal's richest men with a 100 million euro fortune. So what do you buy for a man who has everything? An island, of course.
You know, if I want to buy someone something nice, I'm in the Indian man shop, looking at the top of the shelf. I'm in the Indian man shop, looking at the top shelf. This is not like back in the day, John Barnes and Cyril Regis and them man there. First black man, them, they were pioneers. They were pioneers for us as black men, or sporting, or other black footballers, if you see what I'm saying. So they were almost, it was almost like they had to stay on the pitch to show them what black man could do. But now we know what black man can do. So I hear one monkey chart in this place, I'm gone, blood. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I get paid 80 grand a week. I do not have to be here for this. I'm gone, I'm out. And you're gonna hear the of my car, my Ferrari, as I pull out of the stadium. I'm not hanging about. I don't need to. My bank balance says I don't need to. Yeah. If I was John Barnes and them man there, they did the right thing by staying on the pitch them times there. Because that allowed your Rio Ferdinands, your Ian Wrights, and all these other men to come through and get decent dollar for what they're doing. Yeah? But now you know what a black man can do. If you don't want to do nothing about it, every black man walk off the pitch. I don't even care if there's monkey chanting or not at the game. Just for the fact that there are still people chanting racial abuse, every black man just boycott the team. You see how quickly they spin around and dash these people out or start, you know, doing something about it. They find these clubs that make 10, 20, 30 million a season, 300 grand. Bro, that's nothing. You know what I mean? If you can pay that on one player, If you can pay that on one player's wages, then that's nothing. So what they need to start doing is saying stuff like, okay, if there's racist chanting in the ground, your next 10 games are going to be behind closed doors. Now for a club like Arsenal, who make £1 million a game, yeah, that's £10 million gone, wiped off the books, yeah. So once you start hitting them in their pocket, I bet you they'll start spinning around and dealing with things different. You don't need the white man to walk off as well, or the Chinese man, or the Indian man, or whatever other races out there. Yeah, black man just start walking off the pitch. You get paid so much money. Yeah, they can't fire you because then that's a tribunal. Yeah, wrongful dismissal. You dismiss me because I'm getting racially abused at work. That's not going to work. Yeah, so I bet you they'll do something about it. Fact.
It's one of the only workplaces that you can get racially abused and nothing comes of it.
Nothing doesn't come of it.
Nothing comes
Nothing.
of it. You're supposed to what? Stay there, take it, overlook it, skip over it.
Knuckle down.
What, like it's nothing?
Knuckle down, man. They'll spin around until he gets paid enough money, he should be able to take it and stuff like that.
No. You didn't get paid to get abused.
That's what they say. He's paid enough money, he's old enough to take it.
You got to look at the fact that in those days we didn't really have that level. We've stepped up now.
I understand.
We've got more rights now. We've got more rights now. We've got more say now. We're at a high level where we can take it seriously. Do you understand? What do you do with the Chelsea man and the West Ham man who are doing it and got man in their team now, blacks?
English football fans at their very worst. Chelsea supporters were in Paris for a Champions League match in 2015 when this happened on the metro. A black man was pushed off the train, and today 4 fans were convicted of racist violence. 22-year-old city worker Joshua Parsons was given a suspended sentence of 8 months, and 25-year-old James Fairbairn was given a 6-month suspended sentence. 2 other Chelsea fans, including a former policeman who didn't turn up at court, were given 1 year suspended jail terms. The man they attacked says, "Because of them I had problems, because of them I wasn't able to ride the subway, because of them I almost got fired. I feel like I'm the one who was in prison." The actions of William Simpson, Richard Barkley, Joshua Parsons and James Fairbairn were described in court as the definition of hatred and unashamed racism. This video was shown in court as evidence. The men were also ordered to pay the victim €10,000 for compensation.
The African man.
They've already been banned from football stadiums.
I've got a fantastic memory. Let me tell you something. Those were bad, lifetime ban. That's what happened. Because there was a big discussion at LBC about it. Lifetime ban.
Went back to play for Spain, and at the time they had this racist manager, which Spain quite happily condoned. They didn't mind. He was still stuck in the colonies days and all everything there. And they overheard him talking to Reyes saying, "I don't understand why you're on the bench. You're better than that monkey any day." Yeah? And Reyes was standing there. That's not, that's not my person. You could see what kind of laugh it was. It was an uneasy laugh, but nevertheless, it was still a laugh to kind of say, "Okay, all right, coach. Well, you're the coach. Good joke, coach." He kind of allowed it, if you see what I'm saying. Obviously, they spoke to Henry. Henry wasn't too happy about it.
Luis Aragonés, the coach of the Spanish national team, was preparing his team for a World Cup qualifier against France when he was overheard exhorting one of his players by insulting France's Thierry Henry.
To be honest, the first time I heard it, I thought it was a joke. One of my teammates came up in my room and said, "Did you see what Luis Aragonés said about you?" And I said, "No, and then told me what he said, and I went, "Come on." He said, No, it's on TV, they have it on TV. I said, how can they have that on TV? And I put the TV on, and there it was. I was speechless.
The Spanish Federation fined Aragones $5,000. He will be coaching Spain this month at the World Cup. Aragones continues to insist that he has done nothing wrong.
I cannot understand it. When I have gypsy friends, black, yellow friends, this is not me. It has nothing to do with me. What happens is that it is done to bother the football player. It's also done with fatness. They call them fat. It's the same.
But that's football. That is the world that they're in.